on this?
Very. They were very hands-on during that phase, in the fitting out, in the training. They very much want to see. I think they've got a target, in fact, of.
I think they have a mandate, don't they? They have to deliver a certain version of the radius. Yeah.
So very keen. In fact, when Charlton, which closed last summer, which is a village not far from here, they approached us about taking that on. In the end, that didn't seem like the right opportunity, so I looked, but it was too close and too small. Too small. I didn't necessarily would add that sufficiently widen our pool. I think we'd be drawing on cannibalising some of our customers, but they were very good. They were very helpful in that first phase, certainly.
And how about, are they invested now when you're in, not only financially invested, are they invested in your future? Are they helping you? Are they supportive of you developing your business?
Well, Rach, you can speak more to how I mean, it's quite kind of hands off. Once they help you to get set up, and then
yeah. So you're encouraged to sort of, they let us know like the margins of what you sell, which is obviously beneficial for them as well, because if we're selling a higher valued product, it works for them as well. But also you sort of get a percentage per transaction. So it works both ways for them. They want us to do well because equally they'll do well. But yeah, they're always encouraging us to do better, and there's like I think it's an area WhatsApp group, so the area manager will sort of send messages about it's travel money week, or it's banking week, and you're sort of given not targets that are so rigid that you need to meet them, but it'll be really good if we can do this, and they're able to sort of monitor from their end who's doing what and doing really well. So
do you talk to other post offices? Do you have a network?
Not particularly. You might more maybe as a postmaster, but
I think that's probably more on me. That there are opportunities there that I haven't necessarily taken advantage of. There's postmaster conferences and stuff like that. But I think our core business is the coffee shop. Yeah. We're coffee led with a post office. I think if you were post office led with a coffee shop, it'd be different. We would not be able to stand alone as a post office here. We're very much the coffee shops covers the overheads, the wages, and the post office sits alongside that. So it's that way round.
Sure. And what would you? I mean, other people who might be considering something, would you recommend opening a post office, having a post office on a premise?
I think, as I say, I don't think it works as a standalone basis in rural communities. I think as a partnership, we've seen there's been some community post offices and stuff like that. Yeah. I think they will take some thinking through, because community works until there's too many people wanting. You need to make sure everyone's pulling in the right direction, and if it's volunteers, that can become problematic in its own way. That some people feel they're giving up more hours than others, etc. But if it's sitting alongside a business, a community-led business, I think we would be open, and we did seriously consider Charlton, for example, didn't we? So never say never.
And how about barriers? Is it hard? Did you say it was hard? And you mentioned paperwork.
I think the initial setup, I think for you was probably the hardest bit. I think once it was a yes, it all happened very quickly and stuff. But I think there's a lot of cash. There's a lot of and there's been some high profile problems with it. So there, understandably, there's quite a lot of KYC and checks and protocol that went in, and that was a lot to wade through. Again, though, once you've done those checks, you obviously have your monthly, weekly checks. It's not inconsiderable, the amount of effort that goes into starting up, but like a lot of things, once
it's the startup phase, it's a hard bit. Then once you're rolling it out, it's much more passive after that.
Okay. I think are we?
Yeah, I think so. How about the retail element of it? How's that gone?
I think it's gone well. I mean, the one...
The refill market.
The refill, yes, yeah. I mean, I think that also plays well to our crowd, perhaps a growing concern over environmental issues. So obviously, reduce plastic, reduce waste. So I think that plays well. Again, though, it's another reason for people to come here. You're making your 10-mile journey, and you can do 4 things at the same time. I think that's where it helps. And also, the guy who runs it, he can tell his friends to come here, and then we feed off another. Small businesses feeding off one another. We're all trying to raise each other up.
Which is what we're trying to do as well.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah. It's all about the success. And what is the percentage of the post office? You get foreign exchange, banking, and parcels. Yeah. I missed that bit.
So I think our biggest post office element would be like shopping returns. So you've bought an item, it's normally a free return, so you can drop it off, get a proof of postage. And then I think it's banking, so you can pay money in, you can take money out, you can pay cheques in. And then I think it's probably just like your average postage, so if something needs sending, so we can then send it on from here.
Well, thank you very much for your time. And we'll come back when it's busy. So
Please,
if I might go and just do a quick shot around here and say hello.
Of course.
Lifting as well as I can, and as little as I can as well.
So we're here now again, coming out and going back in.
It's been an hour and a half day. It's been lovely here. Not only rain.
Right, you're just some print.